before Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo turned football into a two-man show, before every Ballon d'Or debate became a never-ending argument, and before social media gave fans a platform to compare every single goal and trophy, there was another rivalry quietly captivating football lovers around the world. It wasn't built on controversy. It wasn't fueled by bitterness or endless comparisons. In fact, it wasn't even officially considered a rivalry. Yet somehow, it became one of the most beautiful competitions football has ever seen. This is the story of Thierry Henry and Ronaldinho, two legends who represented completely different ways of playing the game, but together created an era that fans still remember with enormous affection. The matches weren't dissected every second by social media, and every player wasn't judged by advanced statistics or endless online debates. It was an era when football was celebrated for its creativity and beauty. The famous Joga Bonito philosophy was everywhere, encouraging players to entertain, express themselves, and bring joy to the game. Right in the middle of this special era stood two extraordinary players. One represented precision and elegance. The other represented creativity and freedom. Their names were Thierry Henry and Ronaldinho. Thierry Henry seemed almost engineered to score goals. Born in the suburbs of Paris, he displayed exceptional talent from a very young age. Coaches quickly noticed his speed, intelligence, and determination. By the time he arrived at Arsenal in 1999, he was already a World Cup winner with France at only 21 years old. But his journey had not been straightforward. He had struggled during his time at Juventus, where he was often played out of position. Many players might have lost confidence. Henry simply needed the right environment. That environment arrived when Arsene Wenger brought him to Arsenal and made one crucial decision: move him into a central attacking role. The transformation was incredible. English football had rarely seen anything quite like him. Henry wasn't a traditional striker waiting inside the penalty area. He preferred to drift wide, invite defenders toward him, and then suddenly accelerate into space. He moved so gracefully that opponents often looked confused, almost frozen, as he glided past them. His finishing was calm and clinical. Whether with his right foot or left, he could place the ball into almost any corner of the goal. Between 2002 and 2006, Henry dominated English football. He won the Premier League Golden Boot 4 times, a record that still stands today. He became Arsenal's greatest goalscorer, scoring 226 goals in all competitions. He helped lead Arsenal to league titles and became the face of one of football's most famous teams, the Invincibles, who completed an entire Premier League season without losing a single match. During that remarkable campaign, Henry scored 39 goals across all competitions. He was not only Arsenal's star player, he was one of the finest footballers on the planet. And yet, despite all these achievements, there was always someone standing on the other side of the football world. Someone offering an entirely different version of greatness. That player was Ronaldinho. If Henry made football look precise, Ronaldinho made football feel like a celebration. Born in Porto Alegre, Brazil, Ronaldinho grew up in an environment where football was part of everyday life. He learned the game on the streets, where creativity and improvisation were essential. Watching Ronaldinho play often felt like watching someone have a conversation with the ball. Tricks, flicks, no-look passes, and impossible dribbles seemed to happen naturally. It was as though he was inventing new ways to play every time he stepped onto the pitch. When Barcelona signed him in 2003, they were acquiring a player who was already a World Cup winner and one of Europe's most exciting stars. But nobody could have predicted the impact he would make. Over the next few years, Ronaldinho transformed not only Barcelona, but football itself. He won FIFA World Player of the Year twice and captured the Ballon d'Or in 2005. Every time he touched the ball, something unexpected could happen. One of the most unforgettable moments of his career came at the Santiago Bernabeu. Ronaldinho scored twice against Real Madrid and delivered such an incredible performance that even the home fans rose to their feet and applauded him. Imagine that for a moment. One of football's most passionate stadiums standing and applauding an opponent. That is the kind of magic Ronaldinho possessed. For many fans, Ronaldinho represented everything beautiful about football. He played with a smile on his face. He seemed genuinely happy simply to be on the pitch. To him, football wasn't just about results or trophies. It was also about making people smile and creating unforgettable memories. Every trick, every pass, and every goal felt like a piece of art. And that's what made this rivalry so fascinating. Thierry Henry and Ronaldinho were answering the same question in completely different ways. Henry played football like a grandmaster playing chess. Every movement had a purpose. Every touch had an objective. He seemed to think Ronaldinho played football like a musician improvising a song. Every moment was spontaneous. Every dribble invited excitement. You never knew what would happen next. Represented elegance and precision. The other represented joy and imagination. From 2002 to 2006, football couldn't decide which player it preferred. Ronaldinho won FIFA World Player of the Year twice. Henry finished as runner-up multiple times. Ronaldinho claimed the Ballon d'Or. Henry remained close behind. 2006, perhaps the year that defined their entire story. In May, Arsenal and Barcelona met in the Champions League final. It was Henry's team against Ronaldinho's team. Arsenal took the lead despite being reduced to 10 men early in the match. For much of the evening, it looked like Henry's dream was about to come true. But Barcelona found another level late in the game. They scored twice and won the trophy. Ronaldinho lifted the Champions League trophy. Henry walked away heartbroken. Then, only weeks later, the World Cup brought another twist. France faced Brazil in the quarterfinals. Henry and Ronaldinho stood on opposite sides once again. This time, it was Henry who celebrated. He scored the winning goal as France defeated Brazil. Ronaldinho, one of the tournament's biggest stars, exited the World Cup without scoring a single goal. In one final, Ronaldinho's team had shattered Henry's dream. A few weeks later, Henry's team ended Ronaldinho's World Cup hopes. It almost felt poetic. Then came one of football's most surprising twists. In 2007, Thierry Henry joined Barcelona. The two legends finally became teammates, but fate had different plans. The Ronaldinho who had ruled world football was beginning to move into a different phase of his career. Injuries, expectations, and the arrival of an incredibly talented young Argentine named Lionel Messi were changing the landscape at Barcelona. Henry and Ronaldinho shared the dressing room for just one season. Soon afterward, Ronaldinho left for AC Milan. The two artists who had defined an era never truly battled each other in the same league. Instead, they almost passed each other like two great performers leaving and entering the same stage. And waiting in the wings was Messi, a player who somehow combined Henry's precision with Ronaldinho's creativity and joy. As their careers moved forward, both men left incredible legacies. Henry became Arsenal's all-time leading goalscorer, won league titles, lifted the World Cup and European Championship with France, and earned a statue outside the Emirates Stadium. Ronaldinho finished with a World Cup, 2 FIFA World Player of the Year awards, a Ballon d'Or, Champions League success, and moments of brilliance that continue to live in football history. Perhaps the most beautiful part of their story is that there was never any hostility between them. They admired one another. They respected one another. Their competition wasn't about proving who was superior. It was about celebrating two completely different expressions of football. Henry made football look perfect. Ronaldinho made football feel alive. And maybe that's why fans still miss this rivalry so much. It reminds us of a time when football felt less like an argument and more like art. So here's our question for you. Who do you miss more, Thierry Henry or Ronaldinho? Were you captivated by Henry's elegance and precision, or did Ronaldinho's magic and joy make you fall in love with football all over again? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if your comment starts another football debate at home, don't blame us, we're just keeping the beautiful game beautifully complicated. Don't forget to like, subscribe,